We'll start with James in the front.
Coach, thanks for your time.
Thanks, guys.
This was, a huge win, especially in terms of the standings. Courtney came up clutch again.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you see from her down the stretch where she was just able to take over the game?
She likes the responsibility. She's come up clutch over her career in huge moments, so it wasn't a surprise to us. We just want to make sure we have multiple playmakers, so it's always good to have the ball in her hand because she's going to make something good happen. And you saw, we actually did the things that we were supposed to do, and we got the 27 assists that that we normally get to against them, and we shot a percentage that I think was very respectable, and we allowed our playmakers to make plays, and that's what Slew did at the end of the game.
How is she doing? I couldn't tell if she had a black eye or.
Yeah, she got a black eye.
How is she doing? I know she played the rest of the game, but was there any conversation about not having her go back out on the floor? She probably would fight against that.
No, it wasn't. No, man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. Good question, but
yeah.
There's no way.
Had to ask.
Yeah, I know. I want to see some fireballs just yelling at me. Just. It's probably because of that. Yeah, it wasn't happening.
You all were able to contain Jonquel Jones. I know she had 17 points, but 7 shot attempts. It's what you want to do against the reigning MVP. You all have been able to do this again, dating back to last series or last semifinals, last year's semifinals. Just being able to contain her. Is she usually the one that somewhat the game plan is around on the defensive side anytime you go up against Connecticut?
No, we try to stop everyone that we think affects the game, and the fact that she got 7 shots is just maybe it was their game plan. I don't know. So we just do what we can to make it hard for everybody. Jonquel is an important part of them, and we know Alyssa Thomas, Bonner, Courtney Williams. They're all very important pieces, and so we just did the best we could to just try to contain them as much as possible.
How you doing, Coach?
All right.
So today, James talked about Slutty's fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that also caught my attention was her defense at the point of attack today.
Yeah,
she had. We don't have the deflection numbers, but you guys have that luxury. I'm sure she was probably at the top of that.
Yeah, she won it. She got the belt today.
Sure.
Yeah, she won.
Sure.
It. We had the UFC fighter, Molly McCann, give it out to her, so it's pretty cool.
For sure. So just talk about how much of a luxury it is to have, again, especially from it being your point guard, is thinking of the game inversely, having so much activity at the point of attack and how it sets the tone for your half-court defense.
Just when we're locked in and engaged, and when we make it difficult for the team that we're playing against. And make them uncomfortable, which I thought we did a good job of today. I think we're very hard to beat, and Sloot did a good job of doing that tonight. Today, sorry. And she wasn't by herself, but when she puts pressure like that, it's a great thing to see.
And speaking of pressure, first of all, before we even get to that, how would you grade Candace Parker's performance from today?
She was good. I just wanted to make sure. It's been a couple of games that we haven't. She hasn't really had the rhythm since she came back, and so I wanted to give her more minutes today to kind of make sure she was in a rhythm as we go on this final stretch. And I thought she was really good in the second half, and the fact that she had almost half of our team's rebounds, and she only played 33 minutes. And it just shows, to what value she has on our against us. And she was one of the 3 players that had 5 assists for us, and, one of the 5 players that had at least 4 assists for us. So I thought she was really amazing today, and she comes up big in big moments for us. And this was a game we sorely needed.
And then my last question for you kind of hinted at having so many players with 5+ assists, specifically between Emma and Candace, being able to make those plays like you like to mention from the post area of the floor. Can you just talk about how that opens up the floor for you, being able to operate, having players make from that specific area of the floor?
So it makes them, very dangerous. and it's hard to put a point on. You know, it's a lot of talented players in this league, and they can go get buckets. But when you have players that can go get buckets and make the extra pass, I think a lot of our plays in the fourth quarter was just off extra passes, and we were able to get wide open shots, and we were knocking them down. But it was because we had willing passers. We get into the lane, make the extra pass, and then somebody make another pass, and it's like, okay, you're making them play multiple efforts, and it's just hard to do. And so I thought we did a good job of that. The ball moved. We didn't turn it over late, and it helped us out.
James, is this a type of game that your team likes to have just before the playoffs? Because they had that playoff type of intensity, especially at the last moments of the game.
Mm-hmm. It's a good. It was a playoff type game because you have a team that's fighting for something. I don't think first place was out of their reach, and you know they really, and we're mindful that they haven't beat us this year, but we know that records don't dictate anything when it comes to that. And then when the playoffs start, everything is 0-0. So we just wanted to find a way to win and really come together as a group. And I think these games makes you better. Yeah, I thought we responded to their run, and we held them off, and they went up, and we didn't panic, and we just did what we were supposed to do.
Is that the mark of the fact that you guys are defending champions and that you know what you have to do when you have to do it?
I think so, but I haven't really. Well, I have been a defending champion before, but I'm just saying, like, I think so.
Thank you.
Annie on Zoom. Annie.
Hey, James. Just curious, we've seen this nickname kind of going around, Queen of the Fourth for Sloot. I think it's from that like HBO show. And so yeah.
What HBO show? What HBO show? Don't just throw it
with,
out there. Give him some pub.
Oh God, I'm blanking on the name. I've never seen it, but it's really
Game of
popular
Thrones.
with
Game of Thrones.
dragons.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones.
You have to know that show.
I haven't seen it before, but who gave her this nickname?
I don't know. Maybe the mother of dragons. I don't know. She's Queen of the Fourth. So I don't know. I don't know who gave it to her, but it's pretty cool, you know.
Is that a favorite show of the teams or something?
No, I don't know. I watched it. I like the Mother of Dragons.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yeah.
Mike on Zoom. Mike Hughes.
Hey, Coach. Congratulations on your 25th win of the season. I was talking to the other night, and I understand, you know, the bigger goal is always the bigger picture of winning another championship and going into the playoffs. But you've coached a lot of teams and you've been a part of a lot of great teams throughout your career. Can you kind of just speak on how special this season has been, not only from a franchise organization standpoint, but player excellence as well? Like Candace is making career, you know, accolades, and Sloot and Allie. Can you kind of just speak on coaching this team?
For me, I like it. I mean, I really enjoy coaching them. I enjoy the fact that they're really there for each other, and I mean, it's a joy going to work every day, and like they try to get the best out of each other, and they're so connected. The chemistry that we have is really great, and the leaders that we have on our team, they're all bought into one goal, and it's pretty nice to see, you know. So yeah, I like it a lot. Glad I'm here, and I'm glad we have the players that we have, and we're just going to try to continue to build on it.
And then Connecticut has been a great team the last few years, and this is your 6th straight win. And I know last season, you know, it's a new season. You don't take a lot of things into account, but this being the 6th straight win against such a great coach and a great overall team, what has you really been able to do to really have their number, in your opinion, this season?
We play hard, and we just try to focus on us. I don't really know if we have their number or anything. I wouldn't want to say that, but they make you play hard. They challenge you, and we're competitors. We just like to compete, and we're always on our A game because we know how good this team is and how special they've been over the last 6 years. And So we just want to bring our, we respect the game so much. We just want to bring our A game and play against one of the best teams and one of the best coaches, period. So that's it.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
Final question, Eric Wilson on Zoom. Eric?
Coach, appreciate it. Just have a real quick question I wanted to ask you. Can you just speak to the second and third quarter? What was going on that the Connecticut Sun were doing that allowed you not to be able to score over 20 points like you did in the first and final quarter of this game?
Yeah, I think we slowed down and we played at their pace. And so sometimes it's just going to be me getting out the way and just trusting that our offense could just flow. But when you start slowing it down and you start play calling and stuff like that, you're playing at their speed. So I tried to just give them a package and say, hey, look, let's do these 2 or 3 things, and it'll help us out. And you don't always have to, play call. We'll just trust that the chemistry that we've built and the flow plays that we have can actually keep the ball moving, and we'll get good stuff out of it. And I think that's what changed for us in the fourth quarter. We got back to that. And didn't worry about if they went up 3, if they went up 4. We didn't really care about that. We just wanted to get back to playing our game. And I think that's what we did in the fourth. And we got away from it in the second or third quarter. But the game wasn't going to end. That's what I tried to just get them to understand. The game wasn't. We weren't going to score 31 points every quarter, and they weren't going to score 14 points every quarter. Like, they're a good team, so you're not going to, beat them by 60 points. They're going to make a run, and you just have to do everything you can to withstand that run and continue to play to your identity.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys.
We'll have Candace Parker and Emma Meesman up next.
Hey all. Courtney just continues to be so clutch down the stretch of games. How much faith do you guys have in her when you all need a bucket late in the fourth quarter?
A lot. I mean, we know she's capable of, and she knows that we need it from her. So it's big time for her.
How much confidence do you all have after beating? I mean, the Sun have one of the best defenses in the W. You beat them 3 times this season. I mean, how much does that help you in just continuing to build on the confidence that you all have as the postseason? It's only a few games away.
I think as we know from last year, it's 2 different seasons once the postseason starts. So everybody's 0-0. But I do think you gain confidence from playing. I mean, we do know that the margin of error is small. I mean, there's a possession that has separated most of the games that we've played. And it, in terms of being able to start off and have a 31-point quarter, but then give up a 32-point quarter. So I think that I'm big on, yes, the result is in our favor, but we still got to see the things we can fix and, how we can be better so that if we do face them in the postseason, we're ready.
How you guys doing? So I think the offensive versatility that you guys have, and it's kind of with you two at the forefront of it, just really helps give your team just a different look as far as, pulling the strings of the defense from different positions on the floor. So do you feel like you see a difference, just in general between how you guys played last year and this year with Emma and being able to do those things from the front court?
I definitely think it's fun being on the court with, we run sets, but then we also play a lot of basketball. We just play off of each other and, try to, yes, dictate what the defense does, but also take what they give us. And so, being able to have versatility on offense where it's not just the point guards that's distributing it or the guards, but to be able to have a passer in the front court like Emma and, we're able to make reads. And so I think that definitely works in our favor.
And then for you, Candace, so last game, it seemed like you were kind of catching your wind and just getting back into the floor of things and game speed. So today, it looked like you were really back to being yourself truly. Did you feel like you felt the difference between last game and today?
Yeah, I think so. It like I said, on our team, I think different games call for different types of games, if that makes sense. And so, that's the benefit of being on this team is that I think at any given night, it can be anybody's given night. And, I think I was better at rebounding, which has been, my consistent role in the team this year. And I think last game I wasn't. So whether you want to call that catch and win or what, yeah. So.
Hi, ladies. Games like this, where you're at the end of the schedule, is it one of those great times for you to get the feeling, the playoff atmosphere, the playoff type of caliber that helps you into the postseason?
Do games like this help us going into the playoffs?
Yeah, I think so. Because playoff basketball is always a little different, and these close games we've been having is high-level basketball, and we need to find solutions on the court between the players. We talk about it, we fix stuff. We still have a lot of fix in practice, but I think we're getting really good at if something happens, we get together and we talk, and I think that's going to be really important in playoffs. Stick together and having all these high level games already is going to give us maybe a little more confidence in other moments during the playoffs.
What's it like in the fourth quarter in a game like this, where you know that it's a battle, that what you have to do? What's the mindset, and what do you say to each other before you take the court before the fourth?
So I was at home last game when we played Connecticut, and being a fan is way harder than being a player. I'll just tell you that. In the game, you're in the moment, you're in the possession. It's about getting the stop and about getting the best shot on goal. And I feel like there's got to be a calm that you have. I mean, obviously there's got to be that fire to get the defensive stop or to set the screen, but there's a calm because you have control. So I just more so feel bad for the Chicago Sky fans because I don't know how they do it. Seriously, my mom was laughing. She was like, "We have to do this every game," and I'm like, "Okay, I don't know how." So,
Annie on Zoom. Annie.
Hey guys, Annie here. What does it do for you all when Courtney taps into that queen of the fourth energy, not just in terms of helping you get that win, but just, yeah, from a teammate aspect of having fun out there?
It's like you said, I love seeing Sloot, being so fired up. And I think we needed that energy. And I think it fired us all up. And it gave us that, fire to keep going and having some big possessions after that.
Do you all know who gave her that nickname? The Queen of the Fourth?
No.
Oh,
I don't know who gave her the nickname. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. And then Candace, for you, you talked about being at home for the OT win against Connecticut a week ago. Yeah, what was your energy like watching that game from home? What were you saying to yourself watching that game from home?
Well, I'm like really into like calling out the plays and the schemes and things like that. So I think that that's what I was trying to do and staying in the moment. It's tough watching the team, but it's also fun to watch the way that we move the ball and we play, and defensively when we need to get stops, we lock in. And just trying to find ways where I can, try to be better. But then when it got down the stretch, it's just like, it's nerves. Cause, but telepathically sending Sloot messages, like I'm on the court. So it was, it was really fun to watch the way that our team just continued to battle back. Allie hit a big shot and we didn't panic. And I think that that's amazing for a team not to panic down the stretch.
And sorry, just one more quick one. 600 career blocks, Candace. How do you guys celebrate these milestones, or is it just kind of like keep it moving?
Yeah, I think we keep it moving. Because I don't play defense, so we just keep it moving.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll go to, sorry,
Oh,
two
no,
more,
we're
two
done.
more. We'll go to Mike on Zoom, one question, then we'll go to James in person, final question. Mike Hughes on Zoom.
Hey, Candace, congratulations on the win. My question for you is, obviously you've been a part of a lot of great teams and a lot of great organizations throughout your years of just playing basketball. For you, this season in particular, there's been so many overall franchise records being broken and overall player accolade records being broken and milestones. Where could you place this 2022 team on your favorite teams of all time?
I think, you kind of give the award at the end of the year when it's all said and done. So I think we are still writing our story. We're still writing hopefully our wins in the record book. So maybe this is a end of the season question, and I hope it'll rank up there, as number one, because, it's hard to come back after a successful season. But we've done a good job of handling success as we handle failure and just continuing to get the job done.
Thanks, guys.
Mm-hmm.
James, last question.
Candace, one quick follow-up. There was a couple of times during the game where you were like holding your knee, and I know you took a fall in the first quarter of the Mystics game.
Mm-hmm.
I know you played 33 minutes, but is there anything that you're dealing with there, or is it just something that was nagging you just early on?
I'm just old. It's okay. Just old. That's it. No, I'm good. I'll be all right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone, for joining.